Not saying that I don't get recognized or I don't get props or pats on the back and that kind of thing, but I I feel like I have a lot more potential and a lot more that I want and can give back to others if I'm given the right opportunities to be able to do that. And I don't know that I've ever put myself out there and asked for enough help. I have a real hard time with that. I've always struggled with if you don't do it yourself, it isn't done right.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've used a lot of my work mentality growing up in the junkyard. Like my grandpa would say, the sooner you get your job done, the sooner you get to play. You know, I still to myself say those kinds of things. Only even my play is my work. So it's almost
the sooner you get the album done, the sooner you get to go on tour.
It's there you go. It's things like that. It keeps me motivated. It keeps me going, and hopefully, some of what I feel and my energy is translated into all this music that I'm trying to put out into the world. I'm trying to put myself alongside the people who are making millions of dollars and who are on the radio and who are sitting at the Grammys hoping that their name gets called. I'm not saying that I expect to be those people because I can't be those people. I'm only me, but I want to be there. I do. I just know that I have to put in a lot of work, and I'm willing to do that. I just don't know that all of the work that I am putting in on my own will get me there. That's just there's no guarantees.
You can't do everything on your own. Every empire is more than one, and
you're right.
It'll get there.
You know, at the end of movies, there's like thousands of names in the credits. It took all those people to make that 90-minute movie, or these days they're usually a little longer, but on most of my stuff, the credits don't roll that long.
Right.
And hopefully I don't have to continue to try all by myself. I want to build a team of people who want to push something forward and ride the magic carpet too. You know what I mean? It takes everybody, so it should involve everybody.
Yes.
For me, like the next phase of what I'm doing is my live show. I want a full experience.
Are you going to perform in the paint?
Without going too far into detail, yes.
Nice.
It's gonna be fun, man. Like I have some plans that are gonna be tricky to pull off, but I think it's gonna be worthwhile, and I think that hopefully once we start to introduce some of these new concepts and ideas, that there's going to be other people who might want to be involved, and we can continue to evolve and make it better with more ideas and more people and maybe some outside, like unbiased ideas sometimes. And I don't know, man, like I feel like and I'm not exhausting myself by any means, but I feel like I put so much of myself into some things that maybe I'm missing some people, and they're not always understanding the weirdness behind it, or maybe I'm a little too deep on some things that I need to shallow up just a little bit almost.
Oh yeah, I mean, Facebook doesn't help any artist ever either. They do their best to put. I was
gonna say, have you ever met anybody who's blown up off of Facebook?
No.
But everybody says they're going to, or whatever.
I'm enjoying Instagram currently.
Yeah.
But
I need to get more into that. I haven't used it enough.
I think if as long as you're using hashtags effectively, I think you see results. And
I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah. I don't know, and I can't do Twitter. I've never understood Twitter. How are you gonna get your point across in 28 characters or whatever the hell it is?
I haven't used Twitter much. I only see it on the news when they're trying to talk about OJ and Donald Trump and whatever they're tweeting. That's right. What the news. The news is all about the internet now. So
Twitter is Trump.
Yeah, I guess.
So I gotta honor my commitments to the people, and I had said I was going to ask you about this so-called project with Professor Fresh.
Oh gosh,
seems to be a couple of songs in
Professor Fresh. The
dream team here in my books. This is my 23-year-old wet dream.
What was the educator on what? Educator Professor Fresh. Educator on Rotten? Is that the opposite? No, that's the
Fresh,
same.
Stale.
Educated on stale. Why not? Professor Fresh, okay. So
Call it Stale Tutors. Boom.
What would you call a group with, if they're, okay, let's say that, and there's not, but let's say there was a group of consisting of Professor Fresh and myself. What would you call it?
I mean, the easy route would be like Done Fresh.
That's pretty good.
But that's the easy way.
Maybe that's what we'll call it. No, there's no group. And as far as Professor Fresh, what did he say? I was listening. Oh, yeah. And there's this project that's going really slow that I'm doing with Izzy Dunfore, I think was the way he put it. So, Professor Fresh, here's the deal. Yes, I am trying to work with Professor Fresh. I've sent him 2 songs, and 2.5 months, I have yet to hear anything from Professor Fresh.
Uh-oh.
So
He did not bring that up, that's for sure.
if the project is running really slow, it's only because I'm just waiting to hear from Professor Fresh. Now, I will say this. I'm really excited to work with Professor Fresh.
I'm really excited to hear what you guys come up with together. I've loved the collaborations in the past, and
I'm having a little fun tonight. I
Yes.
love Al. Is that what you call him?
yes, my pal Al.
I don't ever call him that, but I think it's funny when people do, because I came into this scene a little bit later than, like, here in Minnesota.
Right.
A little later than these guys all
We
knew
kind
each
of
other.
absorbed you right into the circle, though.
I came in like right
Izzy's
when
here. Welcome.
like, everybody was kind
One of us.
deteriorating from all the issues that were going on from the whole
Yeah.
lunatics kaboom and
Yep.
whatever, and that's kind of when I came up here, and so I came in on the tail end of something that I knew about down in Iowa and that I thought was great, and truthfully from a distance was a little bit jealous that I wasn't a part of at that time. But when I got up here, unfortunately, that had all pretty much dissolved, and everybody was starting new ventures and being on new paths, whatever. So,
Yes.
It's been interesting to be somebody who has been able to go from one market to another market and even to another market at this point, and just kind of be able to work with some of the best people in each of those territories and towns, cities, what regions, whatever you want to call it, and made some good relationships that are continue today. As far as people who I've worked with, though, Professor Fresh is, if not the best, definitely one of them.
I'd say you and Professor Fresh are two of the most consistent and dedicated, hardworking rappers that have ever enveloped the local scene.
Seriously, for he and I think that there's just such a organic mutual respect that he and I have just kind of naturally gotten along very well. And we've actually talked about doing this particular project for years. One day, I've been making my own beats, but I'm not great at it. But it's something that I can at least write my words to, which is what I love to do more than anything.
Yeah.
So
I can't wrap my head around. I have Reason, and I got that keyboard over there, and I can't wrap my head around that for nothing.
There's a science to it, man, and I can get better, but I'd rather just take my time to write.
Right.
To write.
No, I've always been a writer, not a drawer, and I think I'm a writer and a performer, not a beat maker. It's just the way it is.
Hell yeah. But as far as this Professor Fresh thing, I think what happened was he's got a group called Shotgun now.
Yes.
And so he has really been working on that a lot and doing live performances.
Yes, he was saying they get together every Monday.
Here's the truth, man. Professor Fresh told me he'd written a really hot 16 for me, and he was going to record it. But you know what? I think the day he was going to record it, he might have forgot it was his birthday. So I think maybe he just had his birthday instead. And I don't blame him, because when I found out it was his birthday, I was really surprised that he had told me the day before that he was going to record a verse on his birthday once I knew it was his birthday. So anyway, shout out to Professor Fresh, man. That dude is awesome, and I am so excited that hopefully we will be working together in the future.
I want it to happen, and I mean, he brought it up last week, so
It was just
maybe-
funny that he said all those things, and here's the other part. I told him not to tell anybody.
Oh,
That's the reality of
Yeah.
it. So that's why I was being kind of snarky at first.
I got
I
you.
was like, Fresh, don't tell a soul about
when
this
he
project.
when he said it, I was like, "Oh, you're spilling the beans, buddy."
Well,
Something.
Because
I could tell.
Did you see the post that I made? Because I posted his
Professor Fresh is telling secrets.
yeah, spilling secrets. Like I did ask him not to tell anybody, and he just mentioned it, and then he totally changed the subject. Like, you guys didn't go into it. You started talking about Louis, who did my video for Sing My Song.
Yeah.
And and I was like, oh, slick, real slick, buddy. Just mention it and then move on. Like, if you're gonna mention it, let's talk about it at least. No, I didn't feel that way, but I've been waiting for you to ask me this so I could just break it all down like this is the real story.
All right.
So
Good.
yes, there is.
This is Minnesota hip hop rap beef, quote unquote, in 2019.
And-
we don't freestyle battle no more.
It's all out of love. It ain't.
Podcast politics. Oh, I love you guys, and I really hope this comes together because that would be probably a dream come true to me to see you guys together on stage, or to even have both of you right here back for another interview to do this.
You know, we do have a song together.
Yes,
Right now
yes.
on Ugly.
Yeah.
At least. So yeah, we have worked together in the past.
But an album, that's a whole nother beast.
An album would be crazy.
It would be. Let's see if it gets there.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I'm lighting the fire.
Hell yeah, that's great.
Let's burn it down.
I feel it.
If you don't come through, I'll do it with you.
I've sent him music. Like I said, I'm waiting for a response.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
So I got 2 songs that I've put on Facebook in the last month.
Yes.
Do you want to play the second one?
Yeah, we can get into the next one right now.
It's called 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. I loved this one.
I like this
from,
one a
from
lot.
the moment it started, I'm like, oh, this is feel it in your spine.
So
I want this one on stage. Like,
hell yeah. The feel of this one is fun, and I actually talked to Fate maybe 2-3 months ago and sent him this track, and the back scratching was done by DJ Fate.
Dude.
So yeah, we
Awesome.
hooked up on this track.
That warms my heart.
Yeah, it was nice to just kind of get back together with him. We went to Tasty Taco in Des Moines and just chopped it up a little bit, and
On a Tuesday, I hope.
I think it might have been a Thursday.
Oh, well,
Wait,
it's
no.
a tea day.
Gosh, I don't remember what day of the week it was. It probably was Tuesday since we went to Tasty Taco, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking it was Thursday. Sorry, I'm a flip-flopper. Gotta go with my gut. I think it was a Thursday. But anyway, the song is called 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
DJ Fate's on the cuts.
Enjoy.
From last night. Woke up this morning drunk from last night. Woke up this morning drunk from last night. Woke up this morning drunk.
Mob into this, hot as it gets. Dropping the hits, got him copping the fix. Player in the game with a lot of benefits. Is he popping off shots till his microphone clicks? You can throw fits, I'ma pour shots. It's always party time by my Apple iWatch. Turn the music up loud till they call cops. It's a Dunfore party, so the party never stops. Spitfire, pyro, flying mighty hot. If the roof is on fire, it expires when it drops. Tag him by the big toe, hurry, haul him off. If the world is done for 3, I'm the fucking boss. Like 1, 2, 3, you're so done for. Okay, here we go, done for. Bumping the stereo, done for. Done for, done for. 1, 2, 3, you're so done for. Okay, here we go, done for. Bumping the stereo, done for. Done for, done for. Here's another song of mine, gather round and listen. Hard enough to work for moving up in my position. 2020 vision, I don't see no opposition. Ripping any reputation and killing the competition. Lifting my life up with marijuana twisting. Get me going off on the crowd like I'm Tony Clifton. Description, you're fiction, you're phony, you're fake. I be making money moves, cruising many interstates. Hey, Izzy in the building, bow to the master. Mr. Getting Money, got his microphone blaster. Welcome to the new shit, now forever after. Can't believe you ever even thought you was a factor. Hip-hop disaster, your world got tough. Tonight you're probably staying at your girl's spot author of the book. That's the song. Everybody sing the motherfucker.